recording session on variables. In the variable testing, there's three features are available: input, output, and constant. So we are going to discuss about all those three features in today's session. So let's start with this video. So for that, I'll create one folder here inside the automation, and I'll put the name as variable. And inside the variable folder in the left panel, you can see the folders are coming. So inside this variable, I will create one task and I'll put variable. Okay. So let's create a variable. So to create a variable, there's a three fields are given here in the left panel: variables, action, and trigger. So to creation of the variables, you have to click over the variables section. And then at this plus symbol, you can, for the creation of variable, you can click on this plus symbol. Click over here, and you can see in this creation of the variable, it is asking first what kind of type you want to create a variable, right? So suppose if you want to store a string type data in a variable, so you can choose string type data type from this drop down. Suppose if you want to store a number variable, so in that case, you can select the number type data type. Okay, so accordingly, as per your choice, you can select this data type from this drop down. Suppose if you want to store your credentials like password and all, so for that you can select the credential type, data type. Okay, so and suppose if you want to store a multiple data inside the any variables, in that case you can use list also, record also, and table. There is so many data types are available here. We will go one by one. Okay, so as of now, I want to store a string type a message inside a variable. So I will go with string type data type. Okay, so I'll select the string from the drop down and then I'll put some name here. So let me add some name here, like I'll put name demo, str demo. Okay, str means string. Okay, so demo. I have added the name of the variable is str demo. So here in this section, you can see there's a input, output, and constant. These three functions are given here. Okay, these three I can say that these three are features. So what is the use of input? What is the use of output? And what is the use of constant? I'll go one by one. So, so this bot name is variable explanation, right? So suppose if you want a data, like some data in this variable from some other task bot, not from this task. So you want like data from other task bot, you want to store those data from another task bot to this task bot in this variable. So you can make it as this variable as use as input. Okay. And suppose you want to return a value, you want to return a value like whatever value is stored in this variable in str demo, and you want to return that value from this taskbar to another taskbar. So in that case, you can make this as use as output. Okay, and what is the meaning of constant? So the meaning of constant is like whatever value, if you are selecting this constant here, and if you're like putting anything, like if you're assigning any value in this string variable, so you cannot change this value, like you cannot overwrite, you cannot change the value throughout this code. If you want to, like if some like if another in another class also you are calling this variable, so there also you cannot override, you cannot reassign any value over here in this variable. Okay, so let's go one by one. So here I'll select input, means I want a data inside this variable from another task. I'll select this as input, create this variable. Okay, okay, so this variable is created. Let me put some let me change this task bot name. I'll put master task. Okay, update this task name. Okay, and so I as I told you, like I made this variable type is input, so I want to store some data inside this variable, but that data will come from the another task. Means like if I'll create another task, let me create another task here. I'll create one more task here, child bot. Okay, I'll create a child bot, and in this bot also, in this bot also, let me open both tasks. Okay, so here in master task which we have created, and this is the child task, the another task bot. Okay, so in the variable section, so in this master task, I have created this variable str demo. Okay, so in here this variable is not available. So how we can copy and how we can paste the same variable name here? So just go here, click on three dots, copy variable to shared clipboard, and then come here in child bot and just one second. How we can do that? Let me do one thing. How we can copy this variable? So let me check. Yeah. So let's use a string operation. Let's assign some value here so that I can copy the same variable ABC. I assign some value here and in the str demo, save this one. Copy this task. Copy this task from here. Copy this task. Come here in child bot and here paste from the shared clipboard. So here in the variable section, you can see this variable is now available in this variable section. So you can delete if you want to delete. So, but as I told you in this master task, I'll delete this line of code. Okay, I want to like reflect the value whichever I am going to assign in child bot in the master bot. Okay, so how what we can do? Let me like this is a child bot. Okay, so I will assign some value here. Automation in where 360. Okay, so I assign this value in the child bot in the variable section. So let me delete this input. Okay, so here I like this is a master bot, this is a child bot. Okay, so from child bot I want to send this, I want to return the value of str demo to the master bot. So in that case, if you are returning any value from child bot to master bot, so in that case you have to make that variable as output. Okay, you have to make the variable type as output, then only you can return the value of this variable to the another task. So make it the output, save this file, and in the master task we need to call that task, then only we can get the updated value. Okay, so how we can call the task? Go to the task section, run the task here. Okay, from the control ruler select that task bot, child bot. Okay, selected, and just refresh this one. Okay, and from here just map this one. So when you will map this one, this section, so that means you will get the value, whatever value is given as a output type, so it will come here, it will reflect here in this section. So you are mapping this variable from child bot to master bot. So after this bot, let's check what is the updated value we are getting inside this str demo. So here you can see there is no like I have not assigned any value here. Okay, let's delete it also. I have not assigned any value here. I want to see like what value I am getting from the child bot in the same variable. So for that, let's add one message box. And here I'll just put double dollar, and in between double dollar, just type str demo and click on enter. Okay, let's run this bot and let's see what value we are getting. Yeah, you can see. So this is running master task. In the bot running, you can see the master task is running now, and we have added the message box here. And now we are getting the this value in the same variable, and this value I had assigned into the child bot. So if you want to return the value from any other task into the master task, so in that case you have to make that variable as output in the child bot. Then only you can get the updated value. Okay, let's close this one. And okay, this is all about the output type. But if in the child bot, if you want to receive in like if you want to get the data from the master bot, okay, here we are returning the value from child bot to master bot. But there's a second scenario where I want a data from master task, not from the child bot. I want to data from master task into the child bot in the same variable. Let me delete this value from str demo. I'll delete this code also from here. Okay, so in this variable, what I have to do, like I want to get data from master task in the same way. So just delete this one and add as input. Okay, apply. So in this case, what it will do, it will get the data from the master task. So for that, what we have to do, we have to call this task bot from the master task, and here just refresh this one. Once you reload this one, then what it will do, it will reflect that value, what input value we want from the master task box. Okay, so this is so we have to do mapping for input also, type variable, and output type also. So in this bot, only we are having one input type variable, so only we have to map this one. Suppose if we have like suppose if I'll make this as output type variable, then it will also reflect it. Once I'll reload again, then you can see the output type variable is also visible here, so you can delete this one. And once you reload, then you can see sample string is coming. So but in my case, I just want to make only the input data. Let's apply this one and go back to the master task and again reload this task bar. Okay, so for input type variable, just map this variable here. So for the mapping, you need to only click on this icon, override, and apply. Automatically it will map. Okay, save this one. And so let me delete this message box from here. I want to pass data in the same variable from master task to child bot. So in that case, I have made this variable as input type. Okay. So I want to receive a data from master bot in this variable. So here I'll make some value. I'll add some value in that variable. So for that, that is a string type variable, remember. Okay. So in the case of a string type variable, we have to use string type assignment, right? So type here string and use this assign. And here, if suppose I'm adding affirmation anywhere, I'm assigning some value. Okay, in the same variable, tr demo. Okay, I'll save this bot and I'll go to the master child bot, and here let's add one message box. Let's see it is able to get the value or not from master bot, and I'll add that variable here, tr demo, assign, save, and I'll I'll enter some. I'll change this window title name also, child bot. Okay, save this bot. Go back into the master task and run this bot. So you can see child bot. Window title is coming child because I had added this message box in the child bot. So now automation anywhere this value is visible inside the child bot, and that variable I have made as input type. Okay, so cancel this one. Okay, save and close. Okay, so last one is like last one type is constant type. So let's make this constant. Let me delete all this one. Okay, I'll clean this one and I'll make this variable as constant. Okay, and I'll add some value here. Default way I will add 12. Yes, I'll add some value 12 here. Apply this one. Let's see. You change may cause different. Okay, let me apply this one and let's see. This is a constant variable, and let me check if I can override this value or not. Okay, this constant variable, if I want to assign some other value. So let's use this assignment inside the string of, because this is string type. Let's try to assign some value. Like it was 1, 2. So now I'm going to override 2, 3. Okay. So let's see that variable is not coming into Docker. So that means if you are making any variable as constant, so you cannot override and reassign any value inside the variable. It will be not visible like in the assign type in assign string. Okay. So this is the difference between all three types: input, output, and constant. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching my video.